If you've tried everything to keep your indoor cat happy, fancy toys, cat trees, window perches, treat puzzles, and they still seem bored or restless, you're probably wondering what else you could possibly do, right? You've spent money. You've rearranged furniture. You've read articles about enrichment. And honestly, it feels like you're doing everything the experts recommend. But here's what almost nobody tells cat owners, not the pet store employees, not the product reviews, not even most veterinarians. All of that stuff you bought? It's not worthless, but it's also not what your cat's brain actually needs most. Because here's the truth that's going to save you money and transform your cat's quality of life. The secret to a genuinely happy indoor cat isn't more things. It's not more space or more variety or more stimulation scattered throughout the day. It's one specific activity, done at one specific time, for just 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes. But done correctly, with intention, at the right moment in your cat's daily cycle, this single intervention can do more for your cat's mental and physical health than hundreds of dollars worth of equipment ever will. And the best part? You probably already have everything you need to do this. You just didn't know when to do it, how to do it, or why it matters so desperately. Let me show you the biological reason this works, because once you understand what's happening in your cat's brain, you'll never skip this 5-minute window again. The activity is this: structured, high-intensity play immediately before feeding. That's it. 5 minutes of proper interactive play, right before you put food in the bowl. Every single day. Preferably twice a day if you feed twice daily. And I know what you're thinking. I already play with my cat sometimes. But here's what most owners miss. The timing, the intensity, and the structure aren't just details. They're everything. Let me explain why this works on a neurological level, because this isn't just folk wisdom or a training tip. This is about completing a biological sequence your cat's brain is desperate to finish but almost never gets to in modern indoor life. In the wild, cats follow a hardwired behavioral cycle called the predatory sequence: stalk, chase, pounce, catch, kill, eat, groom, sleep. This isn't a preference. It's a neurological program that evolution spent millions of years perfecting. Research published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior on feline behavioral needs confirms that cats have an innate drive to complete this entire sequence multiple times per day. Each phase releases specific neurotransmitters. The hunt releases dopamine, the reward-seeking chemical that creates focus and excitement. The catch releases a surge of satisfaction chemicals. The eating phase triggers serotonin and shifts the body into parasympathetic mode. The grooming is part of the satisfaction ritual. And the sleep is deep and restorative because the cat's nervous system has completed its primary biological task. But here's the problem with indoor life. You're providing the eat part of the sequence without any of the preceding steps. Your cat goes from zero to food, and their brain never gets to complete the circuit. It's like constantly revving an engine but never actually driving anywhere. All that predatory energy, the stalking, the chasing, the pouncing, has nowhere to go. So it builds up as frustration, anxiety, and restlessness that manifests as behavioral problems you think are personality quirks. Cats who don't complete the predatory sequence show measurable signs of chronic stress, overgrooming, aggression, destructive behavior, obesity, depression, and compulsive disorders. A study on environmental enrichment for indoor cats found that the single most impactful intervention was simulated hunting before meals. Not toys left out all day. Not videos playing in the background. Structured hunting simulation, timed to coincide with the natural hunt-eat-sleep cycle. When you play with your cat for 5 focused minutes before feeding, you're not just entertaining them. You're allowing their brain to complete the sequence it's been waiting all day to finish. The play is the hunt. The final catch of the toy is the kill. The food is the eat. The grooming happens naturally. And the sleep that follows is the deep, satisfied rest of an animal whose biological needs have been met. So here's exactly how to do this right, because the execution matters just as much as the concept. This isn't casual play where you wave a toy around while watching TV. This is structured, intentional hunting simulation, and there's a specific protocol that maximizes the neurological payoff. Step 1. Choose the right toy. You need an interactive wand toy with something attached that mimics prey, feathers, fabric, a lightweight mouse. Not a laser pointer. We'll talk about why in a moment. The toy needs to be something your cat can physically catch and kill. It needs texture, weight, and the ability to be captured. Step 2. Timing is everything. Do this 5 minutes before you feed, not after. The hunt must precede the meal to complete the biological sequence properly. If you play after eating, you're disrupting digestion and reversing the natural order. Your cat's body expects rest after eating, not activity. So play first, always. Step 3. Mimic real prey movement. This is where most people get it wrong. Don't wave the toy in your cat's face. Don't make it fly through the air like a helicopter. Real prey doesn't behave that way. Move the toy like a mouse or bird would move, quick scurries followed by pauses. Hide it behind furniture, make it run away from your cat, let it peek out and freeze. The pauses are critical because that's when your cat locks in and prepares to pounce. Step 4. Escalate the intensity. Start slow for the first minute. Let your cat warm up, track the movement, get focused. Then gradually increase the speed and challenge. Make them sprint, leap, really work for it. You want their heart rate up. You want them breathing harder. This is exercise, but it's also neurological satisfaction. The effort is part of the reward. Step 5. Let them catch it. This is the most important part, and the one almost everyone misses. After 4 to 5 minutes of chase, let your cat catch and kill the toy. Hold it still while they bite it, kick it with their back legs, whatever they want to do. Give them 15 to 30 seconds of victory. This is the neurological kill phase, and without it, the sequence is incomplete. Your cat needs to win. Every single time. Step 6. Immediate feeding. Within 60 seconds of that final catch, put food down. The proximity of the kill to the meal is what cements the entire sequence in your cat's brain. Hunt, catch, eat. The pattern their ancestors followed for millions of years. You've just given them what their nervous system has been craving. Now let's talk about what ruins this, because there are common mistakes that completely undermine the benefits. First, using a laser pointer instead of a physical toy. Laser pointers create the chase but never allow the catch. Your cat hunts, but never experiences the satisfaction of capturing prey. Research on laser pointer use in cats suggests this can actually increase frustration and anxiety rather than relieve it. The hunt without the kill is neurologically unsatisfying. Second mistake, inconsistent timing. If you do this randomly, whenever you remember, your cat's body can't entrain to the pattern. But when you do it at the same time every day, their metabolism, hormone cycles, and energy levels begin to anticipate it. They start getting activated before you even pick up the toy. The predictability itself is part of the benefit. Third mistake, not making them work hard enough. If your cat isn't breathing harder, if they're barely moving, you haven't activated the hunting drive properly. Some cats need more warm-up time. Some need faster movements. But the goal is genuine exertion. This is their job. Their purpose. Make it challenging enough to be satisfying. Fourth mistake, interrupting mid-session. 5 minutes means 5 uninterrupted minutes. Not answering texts. Not talking to family members. Not stopping to take a video for social media. Your cat is in predator mode. Breaking their focus breaks the neurological flow. Give them the full, uninterrupted experience. If you're starting to realize this one simple change could solve multiple behavioral issues at once, that's exactly why Whisker Wisdom exists. Subscribe so you get more evidence-based strategies that actually work with your cat's biology, not against it. And stay with me, because what I'm about to show you is how this 5-minute routine creates cascading benefits you won't expect. Here's what happens when you implement this consistently for just 2 weeks. The changes aren't just about happiness in the abstract. They're measurable, observable improvements across multiple aspects of your cat's health and behavior. First, weight management becomes automatic. Indoor cats are notorious for obesity, affecting nearly 60% according to the Association for Pet Obesity Prevention. But when you add 5 to 10 minutes of high-intensity play daily, you're burning calories and building muscle without reducing food. Your cat eats the same amount but uses energy the way their body was designed to. Second, destructive behaviors often disappear. That cat who was attacking your ankles at 3 a.m.? They were trying to complete the predatory sequence with the only moving target available, you. The cat who was shredding furniture or knocking things off counters. Frustrated hunting drive seeking any outlet. When you provide the proper outlet at the proper time, those redirected behaviors typically diminish within days. Third, and this one surprises people, sleep quality dramatically improves for both of you. When you do this protocol in the evening before their last meal, your cat completes the hunt-eat-groom sleep cycle right before your bedtime. Their body naturally wants to sleep after this sequence. They're physically tired, neurologically satisfied, and metabolically shifting into rest mode. Nighttime crazies? Gone. Because their energy was channeled appropriately during the day. Fourth, bonding intensifies. You become associated with the most satisfying part of your cat's day. Not just the food provider, but the hunting partner who makes the prey move. Research on cat-human attachment shows that interactive play is one of the strongest bonding activities available, sometimes even more powerful than petting or treats. You're engaging with your cat in their language, on their terms, meeting their biological needs. That creates trust and affection at a depth passive activities can't match. Fifth, anxiety and stress-related behaviors decrease. Overgrooming, hiding, aggression toward other pets, litter box issues stemming from stress, all of these can improve when the underlying issue, chronic understimulation, is addressed. A study on feline enrichment found that structured play reduced stress markers measurably within 2 weeks of consistent implementation. Now, what if your cat doesn't seem interested at first? This happens, especially with cats who've been understimulated for years or who are significantly overweight. They've essentially forgotten how to play. Here's how you adapt. Start with just 2 minutes if that's all they'll engage for. Use different toy types to find what triggers their interest. Some cats prefer feather movements. Others respond to rustling sounds, some like furry mice textures. Try playing at different times of day to find their peak energy window. And here's a trick for reluctant players. Add catnip or silvervine to the toy about 30 minutes before the session. This can jumpstart the hunting drive in cats who've tuned out. But the key is patience and consistency. Even if your cat barely participates the first week, keep showing up with the toy at the same time daily. You're retraining their nervous system to expect and prepare for this activity. For senior cats or cats with mobility issues, adjust the intensity but keep the structure. Slower movements, lower heights, shorter sessions if needed. But maintain the sequence. Hunt, catch, eat. Even a 3-minute session is infinitely better than 0. The neurological benefit comes from completing the pattern, not from athletic performance. Here's what this looks like in practice after 1 month of consistency. Your cat starts anticipating the routine. Around feeding time, they become alert, focused, even excited. They're not just begging for food. They're preparing to hunt. When you pick up the wand toy, they go into immediate prey mode because their brain has learned this is hunting time. The play session is focused and intense. Your cat is engaged, athletic, present. Afterward, they eat with satisfaction rather than desperation. They groom themselves, a sign of contentment. And within 30 minutes, they're sleeping deeply. You've just witnessed the complete predatory cycle playing out in your living room, and your cat's brain registered it as successful hunting. Over weeks and months, you'll notice your cat seems fundamentally more settled. Not lethargic or lazy. Settled. Content. The restless energy is gone. The random aggression has disappeared. They're sleeping better, playing appropriately, and their eyes have that clear, focused quality instead of the dull, understimulated look of chronically bored cats. And here's the beautiful part. This took 5 minutes. Not hours of your day. Not expensive equipment or complicated training. Just 5 intentional minutes of meeting your cat's most fundamental biological need: the need to hunt, catch, and eat. The need to be what millions of years of evolution designed them to be. At Whisker Wisdom, we believe the best solutions are the ones that work with nature, not against it. If this 5-minute trick transformed how you think about your cat's needs, share it with someone whose indoor cat needs this desperately. Your cat doesn't need more stuff. They need more of what makes them feel like a cat. And that starts with 5 minutes and a piece of string. Try it tonight before dinner. Watch what happens. And then try it tomorrow, and the day after, until it's not a trick anymore. It's just what you do. The 5 minutes that matter more than anything else in your cat's day. Because happiness for a cat isn't complicated. It's not expensive. It's just letting them be what they are: hunters who catch their prey, eat their meal, and sleep in satisfaction. Give them that, and you'll give them everything they actually need.